Hopelessness. After a couple of days, Dad went back to work, and the apartment was vacant. I was alone and depressed. Nobody knew what I was doing or the depths of my misery. I didn't tell anyone that I was dwelling in unforgiving depression and shameful guilt. Both were so unfathomably painful that my emotional state of mind seemed to somehow materialize with a volcanic abruptness. In maximum self-destruct mode, I was exceedingly fatigued and lonely. My crumpled clothes formed a disheveled mound on the floor, an illustration of my unruly state of mind. Naked and feverish, I spotted my reflection in the mirror. The woman in the mirror was so repulsive. At a tipping point, I regarded my own flesh as heinous, certain I was disgustingly foul. The mirrored image was distorted, and this Rubicon past-death Grim Reaper was pointing his bony finger at me. I was a curse. My whole life felt like wasted energy. I wasn't preparing myself for a typical bath. Warm tears streamed down my cheeks in rivulets, and my body began to shudder involuntarily. The warmth of the bath didn't soothe me. I couldn't rationalize anymore, and pushed a razor blade into my left wrist. My shoulders tensed, and I clenched my jaw, squandering up the nerve to rip the blade up my arm. But suicide can be a formidable challenge. I spent some time bidding up the blind and thoughtless audacity to carve up my flesh. I was ready to waste the most precious gift I'd ever received, my life and the life inside me. Although I felt like I warranted acute torture, I thought my death would be painless, particularly compared with Kirk's. It honestly felt as though there was a phantom, opposing magnetic force pushing the blade away from my wrist. I exasperatingly sliced at my wrist 4 or 5 times. It looked like I scarcely broke the skin. I drew in deep breaths, marked by my failure. Don't be a wimp. In my weariness, I attempted to summon up more courage to destroy myself, but noticed the glinting water below me. I froze, eyeing my belly. The water had exaggerated my lower body like a circus mirror. I looked down at my flat tummy, now amplified by the water. I stiffened. What am I doing? My baby! A leap of logic slapped me across the face. My heart pounded, and a cold chill chattered through my body. I may not have felt or looked pregnant, but I couldn't lie to myself. I had a tiny babe inside me. Kirk's baby. Our precious baby. The same little peanut I fought tooth and nail against my parents to protect. How could I even consider destroying my angel? I heard a still, soft voice in my head. It was reassuring and encouraging. It's courageous to survive, for you and for your child. Aghast, I looked at my wrist. I had caused more injury to myself than I had thought. Blood was dripping down my elbow. Horrified, I hurled the blade across the bathroom. It ricocheted off the wall and clinked against the tile floor. I cried out at the senseless thought of hurting my baby. I cupped my hands and splashed water over my face, over and over again, disintegrating both blood and tears. As the saltiness of my tears disappeared, it felt like a self-baptism. Why would I hurt the thing on the outside for what hurts me on the inside? A deep tranquility stole over me. I rubbed my belly in appreciation. Thank you, baby. I love you so much. I sighed admiringly. I needed to live. I wanted to live and make my child proud. When I focused on the new tiny life that was coming, I gained stability by the minute. My baby had saved my life before she was even born. Being suicidal was equivalent to my family wanting to abort their grandchild. A loss of hope. What my parents didn't know or understand was that I had already taken the life of one of their grandchildren, and I couldn't do it again.